formation, that is. What's up, YouTube? In today's video, we're going to talk about the V formation. I had an opportunity today to play Ancient Ruins, and I got to use the V formation for the first time in a real battle, and it was awesome. So I wanted to share with you guys some of the key takeaways I had during the ruins today, and hopefully add value to your play whenever you get into the V formation. One of the first takeaways that I had was that the kill counter, when you're using the V formation, doesn't count the same. You get the ranged points, as you can see on the screen. I started with 150 or so thousand. I got to 258 before I took a picture of it.
A few moments later.
I was actually pretty impressed with how fast I was getting kills, considering I wasn't doing any skill damage.
5 minutes later.
So by the time I finished this thing, I ended up with about 1.8 million kill points, and I believe that I played for a total of, I don't know, in the tower, I think I probably played 20 to 30 minutes. I also think that we're going to have to add this to our data tracker going forward. And any kingdom that tracks data is going to want to keep up with the range kill points, so expect that. Takeaway number 2, I would say don't just target weak marches. It's a mistake. Target the healthy marches, unless, of course, one of the weak marches is coming at you, in which case you probably ought to take them out. If you find yourself solely focused on the weak marches, then basically you're taking kill points away from your kingdom and the people that are actually sacrificing resources to be there, just to send them home and make them walk back. It's not a very good trade. You want to kill or chip away at the healthy targets so that when your marches get to those targets, they don't have max health, and your marches are going to do more against them, scoring more kill points, effectively winning the murder ball battle easier. Takeaway number 3 is maintain your composure, don't panic. There are going to be times when the murder ball pushes back towards your tower, or in some cases even gets real close or around your tower. Just make sure that you got a good understanding of what's happening on the field, and just because there's a march close by doesn't mean you need to break down. If there's just one march nearby, you probably don't need to break down at all. Just start targeting them and kill them. If they're going to get swarmed, go ahead and break down and run away. That's why I use South so I could get away. But don't do it prematurely. It's just a waste of time. It makes the battle harder for your team, and considering that you're going to get to kill 1 million troops without taking any damage, you can justify staying there and risk getting hit a little bit. Takeaway number 4, and quite possibly my favorite takeaway from this whole thing, was that traditional marches are not required. Some of the commanders that I anticipate using going forward will be Cao Cao Minamoto, because of Warlord. The normal attack of troops led by this commander have a 10% chance to increase damage taken by the target by 30% for 3 seconds. That seems really powerful. If it does in fact trigger Warlord with those types of tower attacks, I hope that it does. I'll do some testing on that. Another great thing about not needing traditional marches is that the governors out there that don't have 10 legendary commanders, or they have 2 sets of legendary armor but they have no epic gear to kind of as filler gear for their commanders, they don't have to put themselves at danger and put poor unprepared armies on the front line to be effective. They can just make 3 towers and put their 2 baddest ass marches right on the front line. The last little thing I want to say about not needing traditional marches would be considering using Attila Leonidas. As you can see, with Attila, troops led by this commander consisting only of cavalry have their normal attacks have a chance to increase all damage dealt for 2 turns, has a 25% chance to increase by 50%, and a 25% chance to increase by 100%. That's a big deal if the buff activates. As for Leonidas, you have the Son of the Lion. While on the map, each attack has a 25% chance to grant troops led by this commander 10% increased damage for 5 seconds. This effect can stack 4 times, also huge. The 5th and final takeaway from my experience today is in regards to the defensive buffs that you activate shooting the enemy. So if you've got an enemy that gets a buff because you target them with a basic attack and you're hitting him while he's fighting somebody else, you are going to give him more rage. You are going to perhaps boost his defense or attack, whatever it is. I imagine that in the case of, say, Harold, you are going to count as swarming him, so he's going to get to throw AoE axes, things like that do go into effect from what I can tell. So, be conscientious of that. Typically, it's in your best interest to start shooting the target regardless, but the guy that's fighting him kind of heads on up is going to experience that target getting more rage faster, etc. So be conscientious of that. That does it for this top 5 takeaways from my first formations battle. There are some more things I'd like to discuss with you guys, but I'm going to call it right there on this video. I'll do another video. It is a time-consuming process to create this content. I'm realizing that now that I'm getting into it. So if you don't mind leaving me a like and perhaps subscribing to the channel, I would much appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.